So hello everyone. I'm sure that you're having a great time here. And but unlike you all, nervousness, anxiety, and more to that, that's the performance pressure, which I feel I'm so much so much used to it. Whenever I go to bat, I face all this anxiety, nervousness, and performance pressure. But after looking at you happy faces over here, such joyous atmosphere, I recall one day when I was in England and I was playing Premier League cricket for a club there. And to be more precise, it was 24th of May 2016, the date which I cannot forget ever in my life. So it was early morning hours, and my dad called me around 6:30, which is very uncommon because he never calls me that early because of the time difference. But yes, he called me, and when I received the call, he gave me the news, which was the happiest news of my life, my lifetime. And that was, he told me that, Faiz, you have been selected for the Indian team. So I was a bit confused first, because yes, I had a great domestic season before going to England, and I was expecting a India A call, but I wasn't expecting a main Indian team call. But then he told me again that no, you have to realize this, that you have been selected for the Indian team, and which is going to be which are touring to Zimbabwe very soon. So I was shocked and frozen. Tears came rolling, emotions kicked in again, and then, but then I realized that yes, I've been selected. So, yeah, happy days. But let me take you back to 2004 when I was an 18-year-old, doing really well in the under-19 circuit, domestic circuit. I was scoring tons of runs, by God's grace. And that year we had under-19 World Cup, which was going to be held in Bangladesh. So, yeah, doing really well. I got selected in the under-19 World Cup team. And then we toured to Dhaka, and just a couple of days before the World Cup started, we were playing a tour game against a local Bangladesh side. And we lost the toss, and we were fielding first, which no one's like. As a batsman, you never like to field first. But yes, again, we were fielding first, and it was the 49.5th over. Only one ball left to finish our innings. And I was fielding at a position called covers. And a batsman of the team smashed the ball, and I dived, fully stretched dive. I was very fit, very lean. That time I'm still lean, very fit still. But yeah, I dived and tried to stop the ball, tried to catch the ball, to be honest. And it got hit on my left thumb. And I shook my hand, and I realized that there's something wrong. So in the break, they took me to the hospitals, got my x-rays done, and it was a major fracture in my thumb. So, unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know what's going to happen after a few years. But yes, I got that thumb fracture, which was a major fracture, and I missed the World Cup. Honestly, I felt that I was very disappointed, really shattered. I'm completely broken from inside. But after a while, when I came back to India, I couldn't play the World Cup, obviously, for obvious reasons. I had a big plaster on my hand. But yeah, when I came back to India, after a time, I realized that, was that in my control? I don't think so, that was in my control. Because injuries are part and parcel of the game, but that's not in our control. So what was in my control was how I prepare myself, my preparations about my skills, my physical training, my fitness, by my meditation, by all concentration exercises, you keep yourself calm, that you can train, that's all in your control. But yeah, that injury was not in my control. So yeah, Those are the controllables and the uncontrollables. But then again, after a break of long 12 years break, that was 2004, and then we come back again to 2016, when I played for the India, and my dream was fulfilled to play for the country. You know, as a young cricketer, when I started playing cricket, and for any sportsman, I feel to play for your country is the biggest dream. It's the biggest achievement. And yes, after those 12 long years, the dreams came true, and I got selected for the main Indian team. So during these long 12 years, there were lots of ups and downs, lots of imbalance, physical imbalance, mental imbalance. But you know, what kept me motivating, what kept me going was, I think, biggest motivation itself was the game. I think game itself was the biggest motivation for me, nothing else. That love for the game, that passion for the game, that kept me going. And I think this is all beyond all physical abilities and anything. So I feel whatever you're doing, you should love that thing. You should love your job. You should love, and there should be some passion. We spoke a lot about it before as well. So yeah, that love for the game kept me going. And you know, for me personally, or maybe for everyone, you have those success pyramids. I have that success pyramid, and in which at the bottom, which is very important, but still it's at the bottom. I feel it's your physical abilities, your physical strength. But still, it's at the bottom. But for an athlete, you know, to be physically strong, to be physically fit, it's really important. But again, as I said, it's at the bottom. So I train really hard. Still, I'm training hard, and I always keep striving harder and going out of the box, going out of your comfort zone, and training really hard. That pushes you, and I try to keep myself really physically fit. So, but still, it's at the bottom again. But then, at the next level, I feel it's the mental and emotional stage. So, you know, I would like to share a nice incident, my experience. We were playing a Ranji Trophy game a few years back. It was 2015, and we were playing against Punjab at Mohali, and it's a lovely ground. Mohali is a lovely ground. One of my luckiest grounds. I've scored a lot of runs there. Once again, God's grace. So, yeah, we were playing a Ranji Trophy game in Punjab, Mohali, and I started my batting, and in initial overs, I got hit on those injuries, you know. I got hit on my left index finger, and I felt that this again, I was so familiar with those pains that I thought that, yeah, that's a fracture again. But then my physio came in, and he properly examined me, and I spoke to him that, yeah, I feel that there's a fracture again. So he said, Faiz, do you want to continue? I said, of course, there's no doubt. I mean, that question never comes that if I want to continue or not. Of course, I had to continue. Because previous 2-3 games, I was scoring runs and I was in good form. And team also needs a player to, if he's in good form, he should continue. So for the team, you know, and again, I started playing. Next over again, it got hit me again on the same finger. And that was a confirmation seal on that finger. Yeah, fractured. So yeah, but then again, physio came in, spoke to me again about the same incident. What do you feel? I said, no, that's not a question. I have to continue. So yes, I continued, and I scored 99 in that game. Missed, but thank you. But missed 100 by just 1 run. But yeah, 99 is, yeah, still some runs on the board. So yeah, I felt that time again, it was beyond my physical strengths. I had to be mentally and emotionally very stable to continue that innings, to continue that game. And yeah, it was lovely. Now when I look back, that scoring those runs, I feel that good that I continued and I didn't give any excuses to go and sit and watch the game. Because watching the game is not that interesting. I must tell you, if you play cricket, if you play a sport, watching that sport is not that interesting. But still, yeah. So it was a good game. So yeah, as I said, it was beyond my physical abilities, and there was a mental strength. But above all, I feel, as I said earlier, your physical abilities, your physical strengths can have imbalance. Your mental, emotionally you can be a little imbalanced. There'll be stages when you feel imbalanced. But at the top, what I feel, and that's my showstopper, it's the faith. It's the faith in what you're doing. It's the faith in your abilities. It's the faith in your hard work. It's the faith in your skills. But ultimately, it's the faith in yourself that yes, you can do it. So I think faith never, you'll never have an imbalance of your faith. And again, I want to share a story. 2017-18 season, cricket season, domestic cricket season, when Vidarbha, I play for Vidarbha, and Vidarbha won the first Ranji Trophy title. And I was the captain of the team, and in 63 years of history for Vidarbha, we had never won a Ranji Trophy. We never played semi-finals as well. So we won that. 2017-18 was a great season for us, first, like the purple patch for us. And yeah, that year we won the Ranji Trophy. And semis, we were playing against Karnataka, the big boys of the tournament. Karnataka, great side, toughest team. And we were playing at Eden Gardens, Kolkata. Lovely ground again. We batted first and didn't score much. It was a seeming friendly wicket. They bowled really well. We didn't score runs. They batted well in the second innings, came to bat. They batted really well. And we had conceded around 100 plus odd runs lead to them. But, whenever even after conceding the lead, in our group, we never spoke anything negative. And those thoughts that we will lose the game never came. So I feel again that was that faith of winning that game, of winning the trophy next game, was always there. It was in our subconscious mind. That's what I feel. And that faith was constant, very constant. So we came back. I spoke a lot in the meetings. As captain, I have to speak a lot sometimes. Even if you don't perform in a game, you have to talk. Your job doesn't finish if you don't score runs. So some motivational talks. And then we came back really strong in the second innings and batted well, good partnerships, and then gave them a target of around 150, which was not much for the Karnataka boys. Some really good names: Mayank Agrawal, Manish Pandey, Karun Nair. Name them; they're so good. But yeah, we were, again, as I said, that faith was there, very constant and very strong, unshakable faith. So yeah, we came back, and there came a situation where they needed only 8-9 runs and a couple of wickets to go. So they lost one more wicket, and now they needed only 6 runs. And trust me on this, this was beyond my physical abilities. This was beyond my mental and emotional abilities. And yes, I knew that who was going to bowl from each end. I knew what fielding positions I have placed, but I was, and that was constant. That was beyond my all the abilities. So I think that faith was there, and then that guy nicked one, and the fielder caught it in the gully, and we won the game, semi-finals. It's been 6 years now, but I'm still getting those goosebumps. We won that game, and eventually we won the Ranji Trophy that year. Yeah, so I think that game was a very crucial game, one of the best games I've ever played in my career, 20 years long career. So yeah, but now, how to build that unshakable faith? That's a big question. How to build that unshakable faith? So again, I think believing in yourself, pushing yourself, going out of the box, going out of your comfort zones, and going that extra mile in what you love the most, in what you have passion about. So I think, and believing in your, as I said, believing in your skills, believing in God, and believing in your teachings, what you have learned throughout your career, throughout this time, and the learnings you have got from your mentors, your coaches, your gurus, your peers, whatever you've got. I think believing in that makes your faith much stronger and stronger and stronger. So that's when you build an unshakable faith. But how to reach that zenith, how to reach the zenith of that faith? I feel, again, that faith in yourself, and lastly, to be honest what you are doing. Whatever you're doing, you have to be really honest. And that's an X factor, between all the legends who have done really well in their fields. I would like to mention all the legends in cricket who've done really well. That honesty is always there. You don't lie there. You don't have any excuses there. Nothing negative there. So I think that honesty is really important. Thank you so much.